What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Welcome back to What's Happening Now. We got some stuff to talk about. I was actually going to do this episode, not last weekend or the weekend. I think it was last weekend. I originally was going to do this video. I ended up getting busy, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't end up doing it when I did, because some more things happened after the fact. So it actually worked out in my favor that I didn't record and put this out last week. So let's jump right into this because, again, some stuff has been announced. And I know I say this every episode. This one's probably going to be a little bit shorter, a little bit sweeter. Don't really know. There's nothing majorly controversial that happened. I mean, I guess maybe a little bit. Obviously, there's been some more interviews that have come out from the Juggalo Weekend circuit that ICP went on. Willie D, there's been an interview with Violent J and Willie D that has come out. ICP themselves, both Shaggy and Jay, were on the Danny Brown, some kind of Danny Brown show. I don't know. I'd never heard of it. I don't follow Danny Brown like that. I actually haven't even watched that interview yet. I watched the Willie D one, and I was very pleased with that interview. So I kind of left that one like, okay, I'm okay with interviews for a little bit, just because that one, Willie D's interview, was probably the best one that I've seen out of all the recent ones that they've done. Primarily because like he just went in with all the knowledge. He knew everything he needed to know about Violent J, about ICP. I mean, clear down to like fucking the butterfly. He all the way down knew JJ. He knew about JJ, knew about Ruby. Like, he was like, how's Ruby doing, or what's Ruby up to? Like, he fucking knew his shit. And that interview was really great to just hear them talk and to hear the mutual respect between the two of them. That was a really great interview. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But to me, there was nothing too substantial that came out of it. It was pretty much a lot of things we'd already heard, but then just kind of, I don't know, just, to me, two legends in the game fucking just chopping it up. And it was just a really great listen. Again, I haven't gone and watched the Danny Brown one. I don't know if I'll ever touch on it or not, just because I don't know if I ever will. But some of the happenings that had happened, and I honestly don't remember when exactly this was announced. I think it was announced at Astronomicon. But new UGA was announced. And the pre-order packages are up. Pre-orders are live. You can pre-order them now. I should switch over my screen here so we can actually go over everything. And I have been mulling it over and trying to decide like what bundle I want to get. Am I going to get a bundle? Am I going to get just the CD? As you guys probably know, I've been saying for quite some time that I'm slowing way down on getting CDs. There's this level of completionist inside me that says I have to at least get the album because I have all the other ones, and there's that part of me that'll feel, I guess, incomplete if I don't have them. But I'm also trying to break that mold. I'm trying to break out of that desire, that feel like I need to have it all. I'm going to make me just a tad bit bigger. I know I'm going to block some of the screen here. But honestly, going into this, the album cover for the standard CD, I'm going to bring this up a little bit bigger if it'll load quickly enough. I didn't really bring it up too much bigger. I don't know how I feel about this cover. I've yet to decide how I feel about it, because if you remember the first UGA EP, the cease and desist version of it, as it's kind of infamously called, the original one had, it showed Buckshot's face paint over Iron Man. It showed, did I say Buckshot? Boondocks, sorry. It was Boondocks' face paint over Iron Man. You saw Buckshot there as the Hulk. And then you saw, like, the Captain America shield for Class. And obviously they got hit with a cease and desist from Marvel over that. And then they ended up releasing, like, another cover of it. When Anomaly 88 came out, they released another version of it. Kind of like a villain's version of it. And there's actually two different covers for Apollyon, if I remember correctly. The Apollyon edition of UGA has two different covers. A rather kind of basic one, and then it also has like the villains cover. I have that one as well. And then you get into Anomaly 88. They kind of have that basic one that you can see on streaming, like the tannish orangish background, whatever it is. It says UGA, has the little logo on it. And then there's another version of that where it shows them again as Marvel characters, but that one wasn't really advertised, so they could slide under the radar of getting hit with that cease and desist. So I don't know this one here, and then I'm leaving out Dark Matter. Dark Matter had kind of a basic, cover of space. It said Dark Matter, said Buckshot, Boondocks, and Class on it. Had the little UGA logo. So going into this one, I don't know, for it to actually show just them as them, it feels a little bit like a disconnect from the other two, but then ultimately hearing Buckshot say this is supposed to be the last one and seeing that scene of like, I guess what would be Oblivion in the background, and it's them as them. I don't know. I haven't fully wrapped my head around how I feel about this album cover. There's a version of this that I would rather get, but it was locked behind a package that I didn't really want to get. So let's go ahead and jump back to this actual screen here and go over all the packages. You can get just the CD for $20, or you can get the CD with a jersey for $120. You can get the CD, the jersey, and a coin. The CD will come with a steelbook cover for $150. They also have charms for sale here, and it looks like it comes with, does that come with cassettes? Or does that just come with like a, oh, it's a certificate of authenticity. Buckshot does these really cool certificates where they're like metal, like plates, I guess you would call it, like little metal cards. His certificates of authenticity are really fucking sweet. So there's charms available. You can get just a pair of shorts. You can get a hat. So I guess the way he's been kind of advertising it is you can kind of build your own, because you can order the shorts, the hat, the jersey with the CD, or you can get the jersey with the CD and a coin. And then obviously they have charms for sale here. You can get yourself a shirt. He's basically kind of promoted it as like a build your own package. You can get a flash drive if you'd want. You can get this t-shirt if you want. And I see where he's kind of done all that, but there's one version of the CD I really want, and it's locked behind this right here. And actually, as of right now, you can see it's sold the fuck out. But you pull this up here, and I think I already did pull it up. What the hell's my problem? You pull this up here. Oh, it's on Instagram. I am scatterbrained like a motherfucker. I apologize, guys. I am on day 2 of trying to intermittently fast. That's been a rough journey. So I am scatterbrained like a motherfucker. I'm a little bit foggy. I apologize. I'm going to try to get back into this. But as you can see, it's out of stock. I'm going to switch over to Instagram, where I did pull up Buckshot's Instagram page here. And he has this pulled up, and he talks about a version of the CD that's 2 disc. This is the cover for it, which I love that a lot. That to me feels very interconnected to the Apollyon edition, and I feel like I want to just grab that really quick and actually like show this shit off. Okay, so I got my CDs here, and like I was saying, I'm gonna make me bigger real quick. This is the cease and desist cover that I was telling you about. It's just the standard EP, the one that they did kind of nonchalantly. The story that Buckshot tells is him and Class were talking about doing a group together, but also simultaneously him and Boondocks were talking about doing something together, and that's where he had the idea, let's do something all together. They called it Underground Avengers, and it was basically going to be a one and done kind of project. But a lot of fucking juggalos loved this shit. They ended up doing, I believe they've done gathering performances, and in 2014, when Boondocks re-signed to Psychopathic, because if I remember the time frame correctly, in 2012, which is when this came out, Boondocks actually left Psychopathic Records. He wasn't signed to the label, I believe, at the time. So it was completely like an independent thing. You go on there, there's not a hatchman, there's nothing, you know what I mean? It was all through mob style. This was basically going to be like a one and done, but it became kind of a fan favorite in 2014 while Boondocks was re-signed to Psychopathic. They did I believe it was called, and I'm going to look on the CD because I'm not going to remember it correctly. It was it Villains? Yeah, I think it was Villains. They did a video for Villains. And then during the Wormwood tour, which was the tour that Boondocks went on to support his album Abaddon, they then put out an exclusive CD you could only get on that tour. And that little EP also had a UGA track called Remember Me. So, and if I remember correctly, the story that Buckshot told was at that time there were talks with Violent J to do a new UGA project through Psychopathic Records. Obviously, that never happened. And then, they would go on to release Anomaly 88 through Magic Ninja. They didn't sign to Magic Ninja. Magic Ninja just distributed the album, which obviously then left to, Buckshot getting blacklisted, never going back to the Gathering, despite the fact that he's the only artist not signed to Psychopathic that went to the fucking march, which tells you that the march and the politics behind the march never really mattered to certain parties. It was all beef, and it was all the politics of, like, if you fuck with them, I don't fuck with you. I don't think the Juggalos and the march really was that important. The fact that he went, and just because he had an album put out through them, I'm ranting. So anyway, they put out Anomaly 88, and this is the cover that I have. It was an exclusive one you could get, and I don't know if this one has the original as well. It doesn't look like it, no. But you can kind of see the color scheming. If you go on streaming and look up Anomaly 88, you'll see the original cover. So there's that version, and then to kind of connect Anomaly 88 to the first UGA project, they did release the Apollyon edition of Underground Avengers, and this was the original EP with bonus tracks, and a lot of the bonus tracks included Remember Me, Villains, Don't Stop, tracks that were on the Wormword Tour EP that I was just telling you about a moment ago, as well as a track with Al Zulilu, another track called and then an Apollyon skit, which introduces Apollyon, which is supposed to be, I think, this fella right here. I don't fully know. I think that's who that's supposed to be, because when you open this up, you can kind of see, kind of not see Apollyon or a character in that background behind the disc tray. And this is kind of a reversible cover. You could flip this around if you prefer this cover right here for the original Underground Avengers EP. And then obviously I just held up Dark Matter. This sticker came with the pre-orders. I took it off the cellophane and slapped it right onto my actual digipack, because I thought that was just too sweet not to have on the actual CD. This is what the cover should have been. There's a lot of times I have these really cool, crazy, kind of awesome ideas for CD covers that the artist didn't end up doing, so I just kind of do my own shit when I want to. But kind of the whole tangent of why I went on that is I feel like this cover right here connects so much better with all the rest of these, especially these variants that you can get. And I know I could get the variant of, or I could have gotten the variant cover that came with the canvas. It came with the canvas there. I really didn't need the canvas. I have no space for the canvas, so spending $180 just to get the CD was not really feasible for me, which really kind of sucks, because I wanted to get that CD, but there was no option for me to get just the CD. So, I'm kind of on the fence now of what I'm going to do. But the 2-disc CD, which was really cool, this was the other thing that kind of caught my attention, was the fact that it came with a second disc. The second disc isn't anything too fancy, amazing, I guess you would say. This is essentially all the skits from all of the albums telling the Underground Avengers story. It's telling you, it's got the first song, Assemble, from the very first EP of them, Underground Avengers, Assemble. It does the sound effects, and it goes into the album. Obviously, Anomaly 88 then tells the story of Anomaly 88, which is what Anomaly 88, Messagewell, Finn is. It's the skits from Anomaly 88. Dragonfly 44, Dark Matter, Hecatome, Protocol, Coda. Those are all from Dark Matter. And then you get into The Gateway, which was an EP they dropped back in 2022. The Gateway essentially teasing Oblivion, which is now coming out. So that tells me that this, and this, these are all the little skits on this album that are going to close out the story. And I've kind of got my guesses on which ones I think are going to be the skits. And I'm gonna kind of close out of this, or not really close out of it, but I'm gonna go to another screen real quick, because just today, Buckshot officially announced and revealed the track listing with all the guest features. He was kind of teasing it a little bit. Yesterday he was on Deck One Dealt, fucking 3-hour interview. If you have not seen that, definitely go check that out. But the guys over at Deck One Dealt were trying to get an exclusive on somebody who was going to be a guest feature, and they did. He did finally break down and say Stevie Stone. But anyway, looking at the track list, I am pretty confident. Judgment is Upon You, Oblivion, Smash maybe, Be Warned I think is, Collision I think is, Disassembled I think is, and then Black Hole I think is. And Black Hole, that right there, I mean, is that not what that is? Is that not the gateway? Is that not a black hole? Yeah, it kind of looks like it to me. You know what I mean? And it also, since I've got this kind of here, it also kind of, to me, feels reminiscent to the artwork for Dark Matter as well. So, yeah. I feel like I'm kind of ranting and totally off track here. But, yeah, the 2-disc set essentially is just going to be all the skits that tells the story. But I feel like that would still be really cool to have. And, again, I really like this artwork, but it's sold out, and I'm gonna completely miss out on that. So if you haven't picked up your copy of UGA, there you can get the regular version, you can get the steelbook version. It comes with a coin and a jersey, but the pre-order packages for UGA are out. And from what Buckshot was saying on Deck One Dealt, this album is going to be absolutely fantastic. The way he described it, the level of production and everything that he put into The Pit from Cabal was next level, and he says that this one's outdoing that one, which is a hell of a claim to make, and really is going to set a very high bar, because The Pit is really amazing to me, and you know, that's a hell of a bar to set. But yeah, UGA coming out, pre-order packages are available. He did say that the album will start shipping out sometime in June. Every one of them, all the pre-orders should be out by the end of June. And if you're heading to Camp Zool, he's hopefully going to have copies for sale there. And like I said, I might eventually come around to this cover. I don't know. I don't know that it fully connects the two. But then where I'm at in my head is I feel like maybe it does, because instead of having the characters of them being portrayed by, you know, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, like these covers do, or like the villains cover of the Apollyon edition, it's just them. And I do think that could, in a way, tie everything together. So I'm coming around to it, and the scene of like absolute oblivion in the background is awesome. So I guess, Buckshot, if you're watching, if you're listening, save me a book from that 2-disc set, because I really like that purple artwork. And it actually, he posted that artwork on Facebook. I saved it because I know as soon as the album comes out, I'm going onto iTunes and I'm going to change the artwork so that it reflects that purple one, because I love that one a lot. But yeah, UGA coming out end of June. We should be listening to it. So another group finally coming out with an album. I've had my eyes on them, I've had my ears on them, and I've been waiting for this. Clockwork E is finally dropping their first debut album. They've dropped singles left and right, but this is the first time, to my knowledge, they're dropping any kind of album. I don't even think they've put out an EP, to my knowledge. So they're finally going to have an album out. And I haven't really looked at the track list here and gone through their singles to see how many of them have already been put out. I know there's some that they've put out single-wise that aren't on here. Like, for instance, the one with SON, the Dama Yamama. Dahmer? Is it Dahmer or Dama? Yamama, Dama? I don't remember. But that was a dope track. It's not on here. But, yeah, I'm super excited for this, because Clockwork E is absolutely fucking killing it to me. And I'm excited to hear this. So, the other group, very closely connected to Clockwork E, finally announced it. I've kind of had to sit on it. If you guys had seen my winning the Bad Touch gloves from Super Saiyan Famous from Whipstick, I'm just gonna say Whipstick because Whipstick's the one that kind of held the giveaway. When I won the gloves and got the jersey from Whipstick, I also got a sneak peek of the next Super Famous Funtime Guys project. He has finally revealed the artwork. I got to see it. I got to see the track list. And then when he saw that I read the message, it like vanished in front of my eyes. He unsent that message with the quickness. So it was literally a sneak peek. And I got to peek and then it was gone. I didn't take a screenshot. because I wanted to be respectful, and I just went in the message and just looked at it from there, and then it like disappeared right before my very eyes, and I didn't get to fully see it. But the artwork has been revealed here. They have not revealed the track list. They did say that it's 14 tracks, and I couldn't even remember. I can't even remember to tell you who all was on it, but I did get to see the track list. It was absolutely dope. There was something else that I was told by Whipstick, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say it or not. So this album, which is coming in July, you can get it first at camp, but they wouldn't let us film here Volume 1. This is essentially their forgotten freshness of scrap songs that didn't make it onto albums. So I'm very, very, very excited for this. Camp Zool is less than a month away, and I'm fucking excited. Let's jump into what's going to probably be the headline of this video, and that is House of Krazees is back. They did already announce that they were going to be doing a album and that they were going to theme Fright Fest around it. Fright Fest has been announced, and they are doing a House of Krazees performance, and it's actually billed as House of Krazees. For quite a few years, they were billing it as HOK. And I've seen people kind of speculating that that's because of like copyright reasons. They didn't actually own the name of House of Krazees, and I don't know if that's dissolved now and now they have a way to claim this or use this name. But we're getting a full-on House of Krazees show, but there's a catch to it. There's kind of a catch-22 here. When they first announced this, I and even Megs immediately was like, we're going to be there, we're going to hit Hollow Wicked while we're there. But then we had to pump the brakes because I got to reading, I clicked on the ticket links here and realized the only way to get to the House of Krazees show performance is to actually buy a VIP package. So it says right here, the only way to get tickets to the House of Krazees show on October 29th is through one of two different two-day ticket packages, which grant you access to both shows plus a meet and greet and commemorative merchandise bundle. Details below. So when you click on this, you can click on the 1030 link here. That'll give you just tickets to Fright Fest. But if you actually click on the 1029 link, it'll give you a VIP package for the Fright Fest show, but it includes a VIP meet and greet as well as tickets for the House of Krazees performance the night before Fright Fest. So it's kind of locked behind a VIP package, but to me it kind of is reminiscent to the Carnival of Carnage performance that ICP did back in 2017. Was that 2017 they did that? It was $250 to go to that show, and this is kind of what that's gonna be like, because I don't remember the exact price of the VIP for Fright Fest, but you're literally only going to be able to attend this House of Krazees show by getting a VIP. Granted, it comes with some really cool stuff. You know, the standard HOK 2-day ticket package comes with the meet and greet, photo op, pre-autographed poster, and alternative artwork for the HOK album that they're putting out, and a commemorative pass and ticket, which is cool. It's cool because this comes with the new album. It comes with the ticket. It comes with, which I think is really cool. This is probably one of the few times that I can think of that they've actually put the concert ticket into a VIP package, because that's not always been the case. The 1029 Ultimate HOK 2-day ticket package has an HOK meet and greet photo op, pre-autographed poster, HOK album alternate artwork, an HOK 7-inch Murder vinyl, an HOK cassette, an HOK mask, and a commemorative foil pass and ticket. Which, if I remember correctly, that package there was like $100 more, if I'm remembering correctly. And then getting just the Fright Fest VIP package gives you a concert ticket, a pass and lanyard, tote bag, high-end show poster, collectible Fright Fest trading card, and a Cryptic Collection Fright Fest Edition CD, which you can probably see the window up here. I did pull up Discogs and looked, and they haven't done an actual Cryptic Collection Fright Fest Edition. They've done a Cryptic Collection Halloween Edition, this guy right here. But that kind of makes me think that that's going to more or less avoid this, depending on what's on it. If they put all of the same tracks that are on this on that, plus some new ones that have come out, then essentially the need to get this rare piece of history isn't even a necessity anymore. You wouldn't need it, and that's kind of what I'm wondering. So, like I would love to go to this and do VIP, but like also on the same hand, it's I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet, and I think I probably don't even know if they're still available because I know some of them are limited. This ultimate one is limited to 100, and that would probably be the way I would love to go, just because it comes with a mask too, and Loki's got me wanting masks right now. But yeah, there's a lot to think about here when it comes to the Hollow Wicked season and Fright Fest. Like I would love to go to this. I would love to hit up Hollow Wicked, but things are expensive right now, and yeah, it's definitely an undecided thing for me. But it's definitely exciting to see House of Krazees coming out with a new album. They're going to be doing a full-fledged concert around it, and it does kind of make me wonder, is this House of Krazees album going to replace Songs of Sam Hain? Because they've been doing Songs of Sam Hain for a few years, and honestly, I'd be okay with that. I know I had said I want them to continue that series for years to come, but the standout tracks on the Songs of Sam Hain albums have been House of Krazees tracks. So I'm for it. I'm definitely, for me, I would be the most excited to see at least Boondocks featured on it, and I don't even know if their plan is to not have anybody on it and just have it be a straight up fucking House of Krazees album. And I still haven't fully even deep dove into old school House of Krazees shit. So that's probably something I should do if I do end up considering going to this performance. But yeah, House of Krazees coming out with a new album, and Fright Fest is completely wrapped around it. They're doing a House of Krazees performance the night before Fright Fest. And Fright Fest has Blaze, ABK, and Boondocks on it, which is always a great show. And it is at St. Andrews Hall. The other thing I should note too that I didn't say, the House of Krazees performance is going to be in the shelter, which, if you don't know, is the downstairs part of St. Andrews Hall. So, very exciting times. Very exciting times. We got brand new UGA coming out. Great bundles there if you like some merchandise. We've got fucking Clockwork E getting ready to drop their debut, essentially. We got fucking Super Famous Fun Time guys getting ready to drop their compilation, aka Forgotten Freshness type scrapped tracks compilation. I don't have fucking brain fogged like a motherfucker. And then we got House of Krazees coming out with some new shit this fall. It's a fucking great time to be a juggalo. It's a great time to be a juggalo that's not picking sides, I should say, because there's dope music coming from all areas, and I absolutely love it, and I'm fucking excited for it. But tell me down below what you guys are excited for. What are you looking forward to? And are you going to be going to Detroit for Fright Fest / Hollow Wicked? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.